Now, bosses of Thames Water will be questioned by MPs later after racking up billions of pounds of debt and discharging millions of litres of sewage.
The company serves 15 million households across London and the Thames Valley. Our environment correspondent Jonah Fisher has been to meet some of their customers who rely on the River Thames being clean.
Are we mad?
No, we're not mad at all. This is wonderful. Look at this beautiful day, Jonah. The water's looking gorgeous.
The chance to swim with mermaids is not an offer you get every day.
Well, we started off as a group of 5 middle-aged ladies who like to swim.
One thing led to another, and the Henley Mermaids started doing sponsored swims.
Goggles?
A relay across the channel got them going.
So we did that, and then we kind of got a bit addicted to that. So then we did the Bristol Channel relay, and then we did the North Channel relay.
The Thames is where the mermaids meet and train, but not before checking on the Thames Water website to see if sewage has been released nearby.
So you can see from the map that there are no discharges happening at the moment in this area. There's one happening down there.
With the forecast cool but clean, the mermaids prepared me for the water.
And for added safety then, a whistle, so if you get into trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll all come and rescue me?
Oh, we'll come, yeah. Baywatch. Baywatch, yeah.
I was lured.
If I have a wee, does it warm up a bit?
Or was it laughed in? Last year, Thames Water spilled sewage more than 8,000 times. Something which even it had to admit was unacceptable.
It's really refreshing actually to be in fresh water like this. The key thing is really not to think too much about what it is you might be swimming in.
We've seen sanitary products, condoms, sewage foam, stoma bags, sewage tide lines on the feathers of swans,
Blue-green algae in the summer.
Yeah, we've seen it all.
But all that hasn't stopped you swimming. All the pollution you've seen.
Anybody swimming.
Well,
We have to fight, and we have to give our river a voice.
While you're watching the footy, we're fixing a leak.
It's not just about sewage. A quarter of all the water in Thames Water's network leaks out, and the company has had to admit that things are getting worse, not better. There have also been questions about honesty. Last week, as they were fined £3.3 million for a spill that killed more than 1,000 fish, the judge said the company had been reckless and deliberately misled investigators from the Environment Agency.
Thames Water's record on both sewage and stopping leakages is poor. Those are the words of the economic regulator, Ofwat. But the reason that the company's in trouble is money. Despite paying out healthy dividends for most of the last 30 years, the company has racked up debts of £14 billion. And it's now under pressure both to make interest payments and to invest in its creaking infrastructure.
This morning, MPs will speak to Thames Water bosses in Parliament. So what would the mermaids ask them?
Where has all that money gone? Because it doesn't seem to me that it's gone into infrastructure, and it certainly hasn't gone into making our rivers much cleaner.
And if the water industry says bills will have to rise to fix the system...
Are you ready to
No.
collectively pay more?
No, absolutely not. I'm even considering not paying my sewage bill for Thames Water.
Why?
Because they're not doing anything with my money other than paying their shareholders. I don't pay them to pump raw poo into my river.
Thames Water says it plans to invest £1.6 billion in sewage treatment and networks over the next 2 years. In a statement, it said, "We regard all discharges of untreated sewage as unacceptable, and it's understandable why the public are demanding more from water companies to do better." Jonah Fisher, BBC News in Henley.
We're joined now by